Looks like we're live on the internet. I think the appropriate words are salutations, kindred spirits. Welcome back to the Magic Studio Cons Magic Jam, for lack of a better name. And today we're going to be jamming through, I got a pile of stuff. I figured we'd warm up with a little loose manipulation, get the fingers ready for the prestidigitation. And we do enough card magic on this channel. I thought maybe, and I will be doing a card trick, thought maybe we'd warm up with a little limbering of the digits, and for that I use one of these inside the variable tension gripper keeper. Got a hanger here. That's not unusual. Yeah, it's a lot of stuff to keep in one of these little purses. I'll use the Sharpie in a moment. The props I'm speaking of here are the elastic variable tension grippers, and I do use these to develop the dexterity. What is going on in here? A quagmire of sorts. And I'll demonstrate. Is there one more? There is. Here, I'll demonstrate the dexterity development now. Obviously need a little of that in my life at this moment. Here, we'll start slow with a couple of weird shapes. Hey, let me say hi to the chat. We got India in here. It's 2:30 in the morning before I get rolling here. I know John Kerry just popped in. What's up, John? Hey, if y'all don't follow John Kerry, you're missing out on good stuff. Go follow John Kerry. And Kraft, thanks for joining the membership. And hey, if y'all don't know about the membership, there's links in the description. All right, the greetings are done. Let's continue on with the loose warm-up as I do a little origami. It's like origami, but with rubber bands. I make some weird shapes. Like that's an oval. It's weird shapes to develop the dexterity. That is a square or a rectangle, triangle. All right, we're losing them here. Let's go in and out, the five. The five-fingered pentagram of doom. 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 You know what that signifies? The doom? It signifies too much free time. Too much free time. Story of my life. I got to ask, guys, if you give me a little feedback here. I've been dinking around with my webcam settings, my camera settings. I'm wondering if you're seeing the light flicker that I see on my monitor. I don't think you are, because I checked some things earlier, but I'm watching this stream. I see just a little flicker in the background. Let me know if you see it, and then we'll... Jason wants a dove. I can make a bird. I'm going to refrain from that joke right now. Here we go. We can do shadow birds. Jason, you're quite aware they don't allow me to work with the livestock. It's not in my budget. All right, with the elastic, okay, no flicker. Mike says no flicker. Great. This is good feedback for me. I'm happy to hear these words. I didn't think there was, but I had to make sure. But once we get the elastic band loosened, you can use the disrupted molecules. Can you tell I'm making this up as I go? You can use the loosened molecules to affect penetrations. Now watch as that rubber band appears to pass through my thumb in a crazy thumb cuff situation. And hey, if you are a member of my YouTube membership, well, you know what's going on there. It is a version of the Crazy Man's handcuffs, which is this classic created by Arthur Setterington. It's published in Tarbell 7, if you'd like to learn this thing. Popularized by Mike Amar years ago as the Crazy Man's handcuffs. And I can't imagine a better impromptu trick than that one. Although I do like to use the marker to affect a penetration, and I'll demonstrate that now as we make four separate strands in the rubber band. We'll start this pin under the top strand, and you can just watch this situation as the magic happens. It's sound activated, so all you have to do is say jump, and the marker will jump down here. We'll do it again. Watch, jump, and there it goes one at a time, all the way, jump to the bottom. And yeah, we can make it jump back to the top as well. All you have to do is say jump. It goes right back to the top. Okay, that needs some work. That one needs a little work, but hey, we're going to make up with it with Le Grand Finale. Yes, the culmination of many lonely nights. Chris Kenner's masterpiece with a big band and a little band. It's better done live, as we can affect a little misdirection for this somewhat convoluted setup. Takes a moment to get there, but boy, does the magic look good. Watch close as the blue rubber band appears to pass right through the pink rubber band. Yeah, it should appear like a genuine solid through solid. And boy, I was wrong when I said an impromptu trick doesn't get much better than that. This one's pretty good. To dislocate the magic, you break the rubber band, but only temporary. You'll want to restore that, bringing the illusion back to where we started, 2 solid bands. And hey, what do you know? Now I'm feeling warmed up, just like I planned. Okay, that wasn't just like I planned, but it rarely is on my stream. We work through it, story of my life, put up a roadblock. I'll jump through it, crawl under it, dig a hole around it, and we'll get to where we need to be. I did want to mention, as I do these things, let me reset this doohickey. I open this with this piece. This is Brent Braun's wonderful creation. It's his FPS purse, and I don't think I did it justice when I did it originally. It's a great production of a Sharpie marker, and it's got a lot. It's a utility item, is what it is. This purse, this can be used as like a switching purse, but I use it just for the marker production and the rubber band things. And I mentioned this just so you guys know that you can support the shop, support the stream, the YouTube, by shopping at conjure.com. This is my website for magical things. Do I have a little, let me see if I can put a little thingamajig. That's the website. If you don't know, now you know. That's the purse that I just used. Now, alternatively, you could go visit Brent Braun over at J&B Magic Shop up in New Albany, Indiana. I'll be visiting him in January or July. I'm getting ahead of myself. July. I'm looking forward to that soiree, late-ish July. I'm hoping they'll let me work the counter in the shop. We'll have a good time doing that. And there'll be a show and probably a magic lecture and maybe more of that. What, Jake? You don't? Oh, hold on. Hold the phone. Someone's supporting the stream. Jake, you should have one of these. If not, I'm surprised. I thought you had one already. And hey, Jason Y coming through as usual. Appreciate you, bro. Thank you for that super sticker. Merci beaucoup. The rest of you, if you don't want to, shop, you don't want to give a little, that's fine. Maybe just drop a like, drop a subscribe, support it with a little algorithmic appeasement. Let the, the YouTube wizard know that we're working hard to make good things happen. Making better magic. That's our goal here. All right, before I move on to the trick de jour, which for me is really a card at any number, I guess we can see if we have any questions about the rubber band things that I just did. Be happy to at least, offer a little direction. I think I gave some pretty good pointers as I was doing the things, but I always like to leave a little room for Q&A when time permits. And hey, y'all, I'm about to blow your mind with this craziness. This is a trick. This is a trick that was in my repertoire many moons ago, as are many of the things that I'm bringing back out onto this endeavor to share with you. And, well, you'll see in a minute. I'm waiting to see if there's any comments or questions about the rubber bands. Jason keeps a couple on his wrist. It's always nice to have them there, right? And then when you have them there, the other Uber geeks know that you are the Uber geek. And all Craft wants to know is how I did that. All right, this is the card at any number. It's a very popular plot for magicians. Let me kind of surmise this plot before I show you this approach. Someone names any card at all, and then someone names any number, and then that card is found at that number. Now, presenting this on the internet has some issues. I think I have a workaround here that might make it possible, and we're about to find that out together. Now, we'll start with the card, and then we'll get a random number. I'm going to teach you guys the number thing. I'm not going to teach you the card thing, but we'll all learn a little bit of math magic as we're going to segue into my book review momentarily as we talk about this thing. And I'm going to give this thing away, actually, after I do this trick and talk about the method. we're going to roll the dice and or spin the wheel. Someone's going to win this Mind the Maths magic book today, live on the stream. I'm going to send it to your house. All right, Jason's already in the chat. Look, Jason, you're premature. And there's a joke there. I'm going to use discretion and not do adult humor in this family-friendly stream. Let's take the next random card, and that will be the card we use, not the 4 of clubs. I want this to appear random. You say it ahead of time, it's maybe not so random. We'll certainly get the number random. Any card at all. This is your chance to participate, chat. And there's Mike Sears with the card in question, the 10 of hearts. So, hey, folks, if you're typing and you're not typing the 10 of hearts, you're typing the wrong card. So now we have a card, a freely named card, and now we need a number. Now, I like to do this with multiple spectators, and I think it would be convoluted to do this with random numbers given from the audience, but these could be any numbers. I'm just going to roll some dice to generate them. Now, that's a number 4. So what I'm going to do here is circle the 4. I'm going to cross out everything above and below it. Let's roll 2 dice and see what we get. That's a 2 and a 1. That's a 3. That's crossed out. We'll go to the next closest number, which to a 3, which would be a 5. I'm going to cross everything out above and next to it. Let's try and roll 3 dice. Maybe we can get a little bigger number. Okay, that's 5 and 4. That's 9 and 1 is 10. That's a good one. So we'll circle the 10 and cross out everything above and next to it. I guess all that leaves is the 15. So you got to admit, that was pretty random. And as I mentioned earlier, if you were here, you could actually just name the numbers. No dice would be included. And this gives us a random number. The 5 plus the 4 is 9, plus 10 is 19, and plus 15 is 34. 4, 5 is 9, 19, 34. So that'll be our chosen number, 34, and the random card is the 10 of hearts. Now, when I open that deck and deal to the 10 of hearts and find that it's number 34, it's freak out time. Now, there's like a 1 in 52 chance, I suppose, that this will work. Let's see what it might just be random odds. We're looking for the 10 of hearts. 34. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. You feel the suspense building? 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33. Oh, well. Hey, that's cool. That's cool. I never said that it would be, I was close though. I never said it would be at the number 34. I said it would be the 34th card. Yeah, this would be in contrast to, say, the 16th card. I'm on this camera. The 16th card, which is the 4 hearts, or the 49th card, which is the 4 of spades, or even the first card, which is the 3 of spades. It could have been the 52nd card or the 28th card. I think you get the idea. It could have been any number in the deck, but Mike chose the 10 of hearts, and we got the random number 34, not 27. And guess what? The 34 card is the 10 of hearts. What? How is that even a thing, right? It could have been 20, it could have been 21 or 48. Well, let's think about that for a moment. Okay, that's long enough. So this is a kind of is madness. This is madness. This is my life. So this is I'm not going to step all over this. Thank you for the kind compliments. Yeah, some say, how does he do it? My wife says, why? That's what my wife says. Glad y'all enjoyed it. So this is the fill deck. This is the old trick. It goes by the name of Oscar, or Phil Goldstein released this with Trevor Duffy. This is the package deal. Comes with the booklet. This is the blank version. I have these at conjure.com as well. And then I was reading this book over the weekend, a book I'm not very happy with. We'll talk about that, though, in a second. And in this book was a number thing that inspired me to connect the dots with that number thing in the fill deck. And that's the trick you just saw. If you'd like to do it, well, you'll need to know how to get the number. I'm going to tell you how to do that now. Like I said, we're all going to learn a little magic, and here it is happening live and on the internet. If you'd like to learn more magic like this, you get yourself a book, a beginner's book like this one. And I guess I was a little sad to find out this was a beginner's book. I was hoping for something a little more advanced. Honestly, it took me about 20 minutes to read this book because I was familiar with everything in it, including the number prediction. And here's the skit on this number prediction. There it is right there. He calls it Crossed. I'll tell you, I was introduced to this from Phil Goldstein's Colored Books of Mentalism. And if you want to really research this idea, you're going to want to go there and develop this. So what happens is you have people give you any number. You have 4 rows, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. You just do that. You line them up. And you just do what I did. They're freely given numbers. Let's say they pick 1. You cross out everything next to it and above and below it. So like if they say 11, cross out everything next to it and above and below it. And they keep picking from the numbers that are left. We're going to go to 6 here, next to it, above and below it. And that leaves 16. And what do you know? 16 and 11 is 27 and 7 is 34. It will always equal 34. And now you know how to make a number prediction. Now, I would suggest you do more than just predicting the number 34. It's quite dull just to predict the number. But if you combine it with something like that fill deck, where you could apparently produce any number and any card, well, sometimes you'll get things like people on the internet will tip you super chats for producing great magic videos. So Potato Juice wants to know, who is my favorite magician? I get this a lot. The answer is always the same. It's David Williamson, living. Growing up, it was Paul Harris, Harry Anderson, all the Magic Hedonists, Mike Amar and Daryl. But 2 favorites all time, David Williamson living, Tommy Wonder dead. All right, so here's the deal, folks. I'm going to give this book to someone who needs it more than I. It's a good book. It's just more of a beginner's book. And if you are a beginner interested in mathematical magic things, I could recommend this tome. How much is this thing? I don't know. I feel like I might have paid a little extra for this. And but I'm not going to squash it. I think this has value for a beginner. It certainly has value for a novice that would like a free magic book. And if you would like a free magic book, well, all you have to do is say, I would like a free magic book. If you type that in the chat, then what I'm going to do here is put your name on the wheel of names. Let's see if we can get this thing up here. Boink. That's right. The wheel of names live on the internet. And if you want to win a book, I'm going to need your name to put on the wheel of names. It looks like Magic Desi wants one. Let's see. Craft with Price wants one. In-game wants one. Radioactive. This is where you guys go get a snack if you would like, if you don't want to participate. Jason Y gets one. Alex is interested. Alex P. MUI, I'm putting you on there. Andrew Massey. I'm going to leave this open just for another minute or two. This is what I should have paid better attention. MUI, you're in a typing class. I want to even teach typing class. I get the sense I'm going to be sending some Luis Morales, you're on. David Prock. I'll be paying for some international shipping after this stream today. That's okay. I'm on my quest to become the Mr. Beast of Magic, and that's not going to happen if I keep all my money. I got to give things away. So it's a small giveaway this week. I just spent a ton of cash on our vacation. We dropped a bunch of money. Gold Bug, what's up, man? I'm putting you in this drawing. Good to see you, my friend. And Sam Leslie's in as well. Theabo, is that how? Theabo? Shoemaker? Look, I'll find you if you win. Shoemaker. I know who you are. Sorry, I spelled your name wrong. Masubo, we're about to end this. And the Sticky wants one as well. RC is in. Basher. And Neil, you're in, brother. You are not too late. I'm going to close this in 10 seconds. In 9, 8, 7. RC, you're in. 6, 5. Oh, Arafat. Let me get you in there, man. Arafat. And you're in there. And let's spin this wheel. Yeehaw! Live on the internet. It's making wheel spinny sounds. You probably can't hear them, but Goldbug's going to win it. That's just unfair. Look, Goldbug, you are the most winningest winner on this stream. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to spin it again, and we're going to give away a bonus gift to someone else. How about this? We'll give away a free deck of cards. Let me put this on. Let me write this before I forget it. I swear, like Goldbug has won like 3 of my giveaways. Let's see, what do I have to give away here? We'll do I'll do a weapons deck. How about this? Look at this value I'm bringing. This is the weapons gaffed deck. 54 different gaffs, 26 duplicated twice. They're available at conjure.com as well, but someone is going to win it. Not going to be Goldbug. Let's see who wins the deck. You're right. I am a nice guy. To a fault sometimes. There we go. We have a winner, Magic Desi. Magic Desi, congratulations. You're going to get the weapons deck. What I'm going to need you to do is send me an email if you'd be kind enough to go to, you can send it here, conjure@conjure.com. Drop me an email, Magic Desi. I'll need your screen name and I'll need a mailing address. You're going to get a weapons deck of cards. If you'd like to learn more about it, you can go to conjure.com, where I've got lots of magical wares, pretty much all the stuff that I use here on the streams. If you see me perform something, I try to carry it at the shop to give interested students access to the materials. Congratulations. Yes, you did. I think the word is winner, winner, chicken dinner. All right. What else did I want to talk about here? I have this. I wanted to talk about more than just the Magic Maths book. Not that it's not worth talking about. I mean, this is one that I added. And again, congrats, Magic Desi. This is one I added to conjure.com this week. Dig this. This was the first magic book I ever had. What? Yeah, I know, right? Going back to, let's get the Wheel of Mystery. I'm going to talk about some of the tech that I'm running here. I had a request by Mr. Jesse Champlin to talk about the tech. I'm going to show you some of the things I'm pushing and poking, and I'm getting used to this as I have recently upgraded my computer, and we're learning tech as we're going to talk about it. But first, let's talk about this book. Bill Tarr. This is a guy who wrote a few books, and he wrote some really, really good ones. I was blessed by this book. My parents got it for me. It was a Christmas. I might have been 9 years old. And I spent hours and hours with this book. Here's the thing. It's so well illustrated. Look at this. And in a day, in a time where there was no magic videos, no YouTube or anything like that, for me, this book, the information jumped off the page. And many of the items in this book are geared for a beginner. Not all of them, but many are. And there's a great variety in the book. There's like card tricks. There's a little sleight of hand. There's props you can build. I entered my sixth grade. So what was I? I was 11 years old. And I had a 20-minute act that was mostly from this book. I produced some handkerchiefs. I made Not Disappear. I found a playing card. This got me second place in that second to Carla Coggins, the teacher's daughter. I digress. That's the material that's in this book. I have fond memories of it. Happy to add it to the repertoire of offerings at conjure.com. And if you're a beginner listening to what I say, then you hear me say books are the way to learn all the time. And if you want a good one that's worth, what is this, $12.95? That's a value. You can probably get it for like $8 on Amazon. Go do that. You don't got to buy it from me. Just if you're interested in magic, do yourself the favor of learning it the right way. I'll mention the other books that Bill Tarr wrote. Now You See It, Now You Don't. Lessons in Sleight of Hand Magic. And then there's a follow-up volume to that. Now You See It, Now You Don't 2. And it's another volume. This is a good question by John Prentice. Would this complement Mark Wilson's book, or would it be like more an either or? Here's the thing about the Wilson book. And if this is the ultimate beginner's book, right? This is the granddaddy, but it's like a lot, and it's hard to find maybe all the good stuff. And there's a lot of stuff in the Bill Tarr book that is not in this book. And the Bill Tarr book is better illustrated. I think it's easier to learn from. So I would say own them both. But I'm jaded, and I'm a book guy, The Mark Wilson, probably a better if you're going to just pick one. But I'd say if you're interested in magic, get all the Bill Tarr books. Build yourself a library. You'll go back to it time and time again. I promise. I think, John, you just bought all the books from me, didn't you? You got like Mark Wilson's course and Bobo's, Josh Jay's book, if I'm not mistaken, and I might be. I don't know. Okay, so that's so far. I got the to-do list. We're chopping them down. I do generally allocate about 30 minutes for my portion of the program, and then we segue to some Q&A. So I've got a few. Oh, thank you, Jake. Did you do a little shopping just now? Thank you, buddy. If you just got that purse, you're gonna love it. Okay. John says no. I'm just a forgetful old guy. I do suffer from short-term memory loss. All right. So Jesse Champlin, when I do these streams, I always like to ask people, if you don't have this, I ask the community tab. Before I do a stream, I post in my community tab. I say, hey, y'all, what are you interested in talking about? And if you give me some topics, and generally I'm going to follow up on them. And today I got a suggestion from a guy that's been around with this stream since the beginning, Mr. Jesse Champlin. So we're going to talk about some of the tech, and then I'll talk about some other things. It was a vacation. It was very relaxing. It was good. All right, let me get to this tech walkthrough. I'm going to do this pretty briefly because I do feel like this might be information that is not applicable to everyone. I took the time to make a list of the things that I use, and this is the list. We'll start with the PC. I use and just switched to a Mac Mini M1. I got 16 gigabytes of RAM. As I understand, this is a better number for people doing video editing and streaming, so that's that. The camera that's shooting now is my Canon M50. So this is my better camera. I do have webcams over here and over there. That webcam's a hot mess right now. And then this is my front-facing camera. Those are the two webcams. This one needs work. I'm still getting everything set up. So those are the 922 and 930. Eventually, the Canon's going to be a second camera. This camera will be upgraded. The microphone you're hearing today is a Blue Yeti. This is because my Rodecaster Pro, this mic, I need a different audio interface for my M1, for my Mac. So if there was any sadness in upgrading this setup, it is that my audio interface didn't work with the microphone I have. But still, I think this is a better, is a decent offering. The Elgato Stream Deck. This is a handy dandy tool. This is the thing that allows me to switch from one scene to another just at a flick of a button and push different things on, raise the camera brightness. And I'm still configuring this to work with the M1, but that's important. Also important are the lights. Over here, I have an Elgato key light. This is on this side of me. Elgato key light. That's about 2 feet off my desk. And then over here in the background, I have a newer key light, which is a bigger LED light. It's, I think, 6,000 watt. Does that sound right? 6,000 watt. And then last but not least, I have this iPad Air, which is serving for me as a second monitor. I use a Duet application. So this is OBS. This is my OBS setup, which is being broadcast to my Mac, my iPad Air. And then this thing is what got it all started, and I still use it today. This is my iPhone Pro 13 Max. And yeah, we know that Linux is better, and Linux is better than Windows and all the Mac stuff. A lot of people don't like Mac, but I don't care. I'm very happy in the universe that I've created, and that's the tech that I use. Yeah, I would imagine Linux is the best operating system, but I'll tell you what's best for me. Editing on the iPad with LumaFusion is an unbelievable editing experience that I enjoy. I also enjoy the iPhone, and I have a lot of Magic apps on the phone. In fact, I have probably $500 of Magic apparatus on my phone. This kind of keeps me integrated into the Apple system. A lot of these apps are not available for Android, and it's another reason why I use the iOS. But hey, if you haven't heard, the M1 chip is insanely good, and this computer can do insanely things. So that's the tech setup. And if nothing else, I hope Jesse enjoyed that little segment. With that out of the way, hey, Kraft, I'm going to answer your question right away. What's my favorite coin trick? It's the one I do every stream. I'll do it for you now. Here, let's get the coins out. This is the, boy, that's a good trick. That's a good one you haven't seen me do, the Jiffy coin box. That's the favorite one right there. I'll do the abbreviated version. These are my magic coins, which I traded the family. I traded the family cow for these. All you have to do is watch. I'm just gonna cover them briefly, and they'll appear to vanish and reappear around the table one at a time. So it looks like a ghost traveling through an ancient castle, or passing through a castle wall. It's the abbreviated version. Stick with it. Watch this one. I'm going to bank it off the bottom. Okay, so I'm going to bank it off the bottom, and then over here to the left side. Over to the left side. And then tradition is to bring the other one to the last three, but I'm going to break tradition here as we endeavor to bring the other three to the last one. Yeah, the other three to the last one. That looks something like that. And that's my favorite coin trick. Yeah, it's also 20 years of my life. Whee! I guess I'll be doing this trick on every stream for the end of time. Thank you, Tom. So, can I pull off that technique with the spectators beside you or across from me? If you're talking about this coin effect, absolutely. I perform it surrounded on the street without any issue. And thank you for getting the joke. Time well spent. Thank you. Uh-oh, I'm the Flash. Oh, I thought you said I flashed. I thought that was a reference. Alex, as they say, the first time is entertainment, the second time is education. And thank you, Henry. I enjoyed busting that out. It was quite an endeavor to get that filmed on the shores of Biloxi. But we did it. Hey, that trick is going to be with me for the rest of my life. That'll be an impromptu trick that's going to be like in my bag of tricks forever. I love that thing. All right, what else, folks? Got a few minutes left. Anything you want to talk about besides like how cool my vacation was and favorite coin tricks? Kraft wants to know if I do a stream every Saturday. I try to do one every week, but I mix it up to give people chances to catch it at different times. If you want to catch the streams, the best thing to do is keep your eye on the community tab. And I do post in general about 12 to 24 hours ahead of time before I do it. So. David, this routine, the coin trick, is one that I discuss in the members area of my YouTube channel. While I do teach beginner's magic on YouTube, I do reserve the advanced topics for behind closed doors. And yeah, we got to pay the bills too. Look at Mr. Britton. Brother. Thank you, Tom. I appreciate you, man. Those do add up and those do help. Yeah. Did I mention I upgraded the Mac for $1,400? That was not a freebie. Hello, Istanbul. Yeah, it kind of is. It kind of is the signature. All right, Noah's got a question. I got hired for my first gig. Do you have any tips? So yeah, here's the tip that no magicians really want to do. Dress rehearse. Perform your routine as though an audience was right in front of you. Don't stare at your hands doing the moves. Don't watch your tricks while you're doing the tricks. Pretend that there's an audience and rehearse. And when you rehearse routines, not just one trick. Rehearse 3 tricks together. And if something goes wrong in these rehearsals, don't stop. Work through it as though you were in a live performance situation. Rehearse, rehearse, rehearse. The rules are generally practice, practice, practice. The real rules are rehearse, 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 then rehearse some more. I did not hear about Presto in Destin, Florida. I'm leaving it here, so I got a mental, and I'll go look it up. I don't know. Hungry. I love the international flavor. Thanks for joining the stream. All right. Tom knows. Tom knows what it's like. Rehearse that stuff. Tom's a pro. So many magicians, because the tricks can be easy. They think you buy the trick and then you can just do it that night. But magic is a performance art. And if you're going to perform it, you should give your audience the courtesy of giving them a well-rehearsed presentation. The presentation is the moment. It's not the effect. It's the presentation you give your audience. The effect is a little bit, but it's the show business. Oh, David Williamson is the MC. It's in Destin, Florida. All right, hold on. Let's go Google this right now. Presto, Destin, Florida. I mean, if my favorite magician is performing close by, Presto, the Magic Parlor. All right, look, I'm not going to dig through this, but I'm leaving that up. I'm going to go look at that afterwards. That's a close enough place I can get to easy. Wow, I have not seen Reza, and he was in Biloxi recently. I might have a chance to see him. I was unfortunately not in town when he was there, but good to know that he's not too shabby, and I'll try to check him out. Yeah, Jake, I would not argue with that. Josh Jay's a smart guy. Pretty much any advice he gives is a good one. Document your routines as if you're writing an instructive book. This is a good process. Anytime you write something down, it's going to integrate it in your brain better. And yeah, why not do that? 2 years is a good start, bro. Is that where you're at, Ted? Panama City? I have a stepmother that lives there. I used to live in Dothan. You've probably heard me talk about that here. Yeah, I'll try it if I can. The vacation was excellent. A much needed rest. I did 1 day of work where I filmed that short video. It took me a few hours to get that done. But aside from that, spent time drinking, poolside, gambling, all the debaucherous things that a man and his lovely bride might do on a getaway for the week. And I'm happy to be back in the office, re-energized to do fun things on the interwebs. And I think we maybe did that today. It's what I'm going to do tomorrow and moving forward. And I guess maybe we'll wrap this up. I feel like it's good. Don't want to outstay my welcome, as they say. The words of the great say, leave them wanting more. I hope some of you still feel that way after a year or two of me being on these platforms. So, hey guys, let me just say one more thank you and congratulations to the winners. I'm expecting emails and I'll be sending you some prizes. And that's going to be a wrap. Thanks for your time. Thanks for your energy. I'll see you guys next week. It's going to be ciao for now. Au revoir.